Hey, y'all, hey. Come on in, tap the screen, share the live, 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 tap, 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 tap the screen, share the live. Hey, hey, tap the screen, share the live. Happy Sunday, y'all. How's everybody doing? Y'all give me housekeeping. Hey, I dream. Promotions. What's going on? Do I like when I get a notification that says my payments received? I like that. Y'all tap the screen and share the live. Tap the screen and share the live. Tap the screen and share the live. Let's go. Tap the screen and share the live. Hey, tap, 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 tap. Happy Sunday, Sharon. How y'all doing? Okay, how's everybody doing? How's everybody's day going? Are we productive or not really? Y'all let me know. Thanks, Boo. Hey, Nina. What's going on? Uh, he said one thing I'm gonna do is make a jingle. Facts. Facts, I am, honey. There's a song in my heart always. I like a lot of people in my family are very like musical. Like a lot of people play instruments, a lot of people that can sing really, really, really well in my family. Someone can just flat out sing, okay? Not sing, they can just flat out sing. And so I don't know, we just always grew up, singing, and we would make songs and sing on the spot. Everybody. It's just a thing that we do. What's going on with this? Thank you so much, Nina. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So y'all give me housekeeping, so I can test my delay. Yeah, my bobby pin is jammed up. Don't y'all love a big, gigantic bobby pin? Like, they are the best. A big bobby pin is the best. Do you hear me? Absolute best. But y'all know the rule. We got to get to our first 10,000 taps, 50 shares, and we can get into content. Hey, Elizabeth, thank you for my housekeeping love. So I was supposed to be on yesterday. I'm not even going to hold y'all. Friday night, we didn't even make it back home until like 2:30, 2:40 in the morning. And I was just I was tired Saturday. Then, because I woke up late, I was behind on everything the whole day. And so, for those of you that don't know, I actually run companies in real life. And so, my clients are always going to take priority over my live stream, even though I enjoy live streaming. But yeah, so baby, I had to handle business yesterday. And by the time I got done, hey, Lady T3, and thank you for my heart me, by the time I got done with my work, y'all, it was it was like 9 o'clock last night. And I was just like, well, I was like, we'll just wait until Sunday, because I was like, I feel like there'll be more of y'all on today, so we can finish up part 2 on how I gain thousands of real followers every single week. So you guys can gain thousands of real followers this week. Okay. So I was like, we'll do part 2 on Sunday. So here I am. And then when I get done with this, I got to meal prep for the week, so y'all know. And I got to try and get a couple of pieces of content done so I can get some ads out for Tefal for the cookware. So anyway, your girl, I always got stuff going on. And then when I get done with that, hopefully there's enough sunlight still left in the sky and I can go on a walk, because we had this severe storm come through and it cooled it off. It's been like we've had 3-digit, like over 100 degrees every day, and I think it'll be like in the 80s by the time like 7 o'clock hits tonight. So I'm very, very excited about that. Okay. Hey, Vic. Yes, do what Vic says. Like and share. Thank you, Lady T3. Thank you. Okay, so housekeeping while we're waiting on everybody to get in here. If you're just coming in, welcome to the kingdom. My name is Ashley Ann. We're about to get to content in a minute, okay? But we got to get up to 10,000 likes. We got to get to 50 shares, and I need everybody to use the comments because one of the things I learned from one of the little TikTok groups that I'm in, and I'm not talking about a group that we made of like TikTokers, like, no, like TikTok, the actual TikTok company has put us in a group. There's like 330 of us. But one of the things that they have informed us of is the more comments we're getting in the live stream, we show up on the FYP page. And then also those little popular gifts, if you hit the little gift box and you look under exclusive and you see the little popular arrow, they're 1 point, but TikTok likes those a lot. And actually, the more of those y'all send as well, it helps us land on the FYP too, right? They've been teaching us all kinds of stuff about the algorithm that helps you when you live stream to make sure that you're showing up on the FYP. Thank you, Lady T3. Thank you for my popular gifts. But what was I was about to tell y'all something before we get into content while we're waiting on everybody to come in. Thank you for the heart me. I Dream Promotions. Shoot, y'all, I'm having a brain fart. What was I about to tell y'all? Maybe it wasn't meant for me to say because it just slipped out of my brain. It just like completely gone. Completely, totally gone. I don't even remember what I was talking about. And normally I'm pretty good at like keeping things up there, but baby, it is gone. Okay, never to be seen again. I guess it'll come back around. It had something to do with TikTok though that I was going to tell you guys. Something that TikTok told us that I have permission to tell y'all. Dang it, man! I guess it's gonna come back. It'll come back. No, it wasn't about getting comments in the stream or the group. It was before. I got sidetracked when I was talking about the comments when I was telling people to tap and share. I got sidetracked about that. It was something else that I was gonna tell y'all. I really cannot remember. I really cannot. I really can't remember. It's gonna come back, I guess. TikTok closing in September. Oh, they're not. No, we asked them about that, and they said that they are not. They said that is a vicious rumor. They said that is a vicious rumor. They said they are still going to be kicking around. They said TikTok is still going to be here. They were like, if it's any changes, they gave us like a link that we can go check in with like updates and stuff like that. But no, they said TikTok is still around. That's what they said. They said they ain't going nowhere. Oh, I know what I was going to ask y'all. I'm not even going to tell y'all something. I was going to ask y'all something. So it's time for us to do a giveaway. Okay. And so I've been paying attention to a lot of y'all in the comments. I've been paying attention to y'all inside of the classes. Some of you guys in Monetization Nation and in Instacoin, y'all talk to me about different stuff. And I've noticed that a lot of y'all do not have the equipment that you need to like produce your podcast, your live streams, your content, to get it to the level that it needs to be. Some of y'all need new laptops desperately, like because of how slow they are or how bogged down y'all bogged them down, with like all kinds of information and data. So, and we haven't done a laptop giveaway in a while. So I'm thinking about us doing a laptop giveaway this week. And then I'm thinking about like a production package, like a mini studio package, we could give away too. So somebody would just win the laptop, or maybe we'll do a Chromebook. And then the other one would be a laptop. In the production package, you get a laptop, a microphone, a soundboard, a tablet. I think everybody needs a tablet that's somewhere in between like 10 and 15 inches. Y'all, I use my iPad or my iPad mini like every day. I'm not even being dramatic. And a key light, because y'all need a light. And then some little pad lights, because y'all need like the little mobile lights for like when you're in the car or you're traveling and stuff like that. Or if you're, hey Gracefully, thank you for the heart me. Or if you guys, are filming, like if you have products and you're filming those, or you do like cooking content, beauty content, stuff like that. So I'm thinking that should be our giveaway package. What do y'all think about that? Because if y'all like the idea of that for the next community giveaway, then that's what we'll do. I just need to make the graphics, and then y'all know I need to make the gift key so everybody knows what gift they need to send to enter into the giveaway. Do y'all want to do laptops in a production package? Is that what y'all want to do for the next upcoming giveaway? Because it's time for us to do a giveaway. And I was just like, I was like, what do we want to give away? I was like, what do we want to give away? And a lot of you guys are missing some of the things that you need. And you're like literally probably never going to get it for yourself. So I was just like, well, since they're not going to get it for themselves, I was like, we can do it in the giveaway. Y'all down with that? Are y'all down with that? Okay. So if you're in agreement, if y'all want to do the laptop in the production package for the next upcoming community giveaway, give me a number 1 in the chat. If you do not want to do that, give me the number 2 in the chat. And if you give me a number 2, hey Nina, hey girl, hey. If you're giving me the number 2, I need to know like what's your alternative. What do you suggest? Because I was like, what's gonna be like really useful for people? And so like I said, I've been listening, and a lot of y'all are like, y'all haven't said you need it, but like when I'm asking some of y'all questions about like the quality or why you're not producing as much, as you need to, or when y'all are trying to share your screens with me, like I'm noticing that your systems are really slow and stuff like that. And I know it's because the things that you have on your laptop, you need them, or at least you think you need them. Some of y'all don't have like the externals and stuff. And then some of y'all have just flat out told me like, you don't know what you need to get. Hey, Tony, thank you for my heart, man. Okay, so I will make some graphics like tomorrow or Tuesday. I'm not going to lie to y'all and tell you I'm going to make them today, because I'm not. Because when I get off of here, I need to cook, and then I'm also going to try and film part of it. Like, y'all know how you do like the spend the day with me. I haven't done a spend the day with me piece of content in a long time, like at least a month and a half. Hey, unapologetically. So we'll give away 1 or maybe 2 Chromebooks, and then we'll give away the production package, which will be a Chromebook or a laptop, a tablet, a soundboard with all of the cords, a microphone, a light, and lights. Because if I'm being honest, you need more than 1 light. Like I was showing y'all my setup yesterday, and I still am going to try and record like the lights in here because a lot of y'all were interested. But I pretty much use 2 when I'm live streaming. I have my big aperture dome light that I showed y'all the other day, and then the key light. And so, because a lot of people always ask about my lighting, and it's the combination of those 2. So that's what gives it like this kind of look. And it doesn't matter if it's daytime, nighttime, dusk, whatever, it's very consistent. But remember I told y'all, if you don't have like really, really tall ceilings, you don't need the dome. I have 20-foot tall ceilings in my formal living room. So that's why I need the big dome light. But if you have like regular high ceilings, you're going to be fine with the key lights. Anyway, okay, now that we know what our next giveaway is going to be, I will get busy with the graphics, and I'll have the little gift key on it so everybody will know every time you send that particular gift, it will get you an entry for those particular gifts. Okay. All right. Next thing next. I need everybody. Hey, hair assassin. Hey, hair assassination. I need everybody in here to share this stream with one of their biz besties. Okay. And really think about it, y'all. I'm just being honest. Like, don't share this stream with somebody that you know that they're not interested in growing followers. They're not interested in making money. If you know they don't care about having like a business or a side hustle or being a content creator that gets paid, don't share it with them, okay? Like, because I can't stand it when people share stuff with me, and I'm like, I do not like this, okay? But I know everybody in here knows at least one person that can use what we're going through today, okay? If you're new here, say it's me. Say it's me, so we can all welcome you in the kingdom, okay? Also, if you're watching me on the tube and on the book, y'all know I need the thumbs up. Like, the little taps are good, but they like the thumbs up over there. Those are very important. Okay, it's you. Hey, Brooke, welcome to the kingdom. Okay, so I have 3 rules. If it's your first time here, you need to make sure you follow, like, or subscribe wherever you're watching me at. Rule number 2, if I say something and you don't know what that something is or what it means, Ask. Thank you for the heart, me, Brooke. Ask, okay? No one is going to make fun of you when you're here because you don't know something. Okay, that's my whole purpose of doing this, y'all, is because there are so many people that honestly, y'all are brilliant and y'all have great ideas and y'all just need a little guidance. You just need a little help to get you to where you need to be. A lot of people could make a delicious cake if we give you the recipe, right? So that's all I'm doing is making sure that you get the recipe. So if there's a theory, there's a concept, there's a term, we're talking about something and you don't know what it means, nobody's going to make fun of you. Ask. Okay, this is the place to be. Third rule that I have here. Third rule. Don't be a hater. Don't be like, oh, my competitive advantage, my secret weapon is Ashley Ann, and I'm not going to tell anybody about her. That's a poverty mindset. Okay. We're prosperous people over here. We know that there's more than enough for everyone. Okay. So because I get on here and I teach you guys things that other people charge thousands of dollars for you to learn, and I get on here and I teach them for the free 99, your payment to me are likes, comments, and shares. These things are free 99 and help me help you. All right. You want me to be out here giving you the good information, especially if your money is funny and you trying to get that math up in your bank account. The least you can do is comment, like, and share. Okay. So tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell a pimp, tell a player, tell a heifer, tell a hustler, tell somebody on your upline, tell somebody on your downline, tell somebody on your team, tell somebody with a dream, tell somebody about your girl. Okay. And then my final rule, if okay, you decide that you like my information, you decide that this is good to you, then you're going to use that little, y'all see that where you can DM me? Y'all see that little notice? If you tap that, you can send me a DM and I can send you over a link to join my monetization nation. Blinkety blink, blink, blink. So that is a membership that is designed specifically for small business owners and content creators. It is a month to month and it normally is $297 a month, but it's marked down until midnight tomorrow for only $97. Blinkety blink, blink, blink. And inside of there, there's all kinds of guides, modules, trainings. Every week you will have a live training with a success coach. Once a month, I do the insight sessions inside of there. We also do what we call small skills, which are where we teach you how to create content. So if you know you need help with that, that is a great investment. And it will also put you around other people that are out here taking their social media seriously and taking their businesses seriously. Okay. All right, everybody got it. Now, I need everybody to say, hey, God, hey, because that's who gave me the gifts of business, beautification, and hospitality. I've been able to use them to make a crap load of money for myself, but more importantly, I've been able to help almost 900 people create six-figure incomes. I have 182 clients that have made $1 million and underneath a year. I have 6 clients that earn over $10 million a year, and they've done that 3 or more years consecutively. I'm like your favorite secret weapon. I'm the lady behind the curtain. So some of y'all's favorite people online, it's me who helped them build everything. Also, I am actually Googleable. So you can go and see that I'm a TEDx speaker. I am a 2-time Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award recipient, which that's something I never thought that I would accomplish, especially before the age of 40, which is wild, it blows my mind. I have a bunch of Fortune 500 companies. I've been featured in Black Enterprise, Essence, CNN, Forbes, Yahoo, a bunch of publications, a bunch of different places. Long story long, you're in the right place. Okay. I love to help people get paid to do things that they like to do. So if you're trying to make some extra money with your social media, if you need help with sales and marketing, I'm your girl. You need help with building your business, I'm good at that. You need help on how to get your funding, I can help you with that too. Anything dealing with business, money management, money making, money multiplication, in the right place. Okay. And when you see my other content come down your timeline, show your girl some love. Yes, you will see me rattling pots and pans because I love to cook, I love to garden, and I'm obsessed with my house. Okay. And skincare. So strange combination, but yes, I talk about business and money and skin and cooking. So anyway, with that being said, everybody in the kingdom, get me ready, 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 ready. Let me see it roll through my comments. And all of my regular kingdom members, y'all please welcome the newbies. Okay. So on Friday, we started part 1. Well, let me back it up. Was it last Friday, y'all? I'm not talking about this past Friday, the Friday before, I think is where we started the series on like how you actually create content that makes cash for you. So this is a part of that series, okay? So we went through attention, interest, action are the three conversion phases. And right now we're in interest. We've been in interest all week. And a lot of you guys let me know that you're struggling with your followers and you're struggling with your views, you're struggling with being able to attract the right type of people. So, part of the interest is like getting the interest of the right type of people and then keeping their interest by getting them to follow you and getting them, hey, Gina Maxine, what's going on, my love? And getting them to hang out and stick and stay with you. So, I realized that a lot of y'all were shadow banned and then some of you guys had brand new accounts. So you just needed help getting out there. So Wednesday, I gave you guys a re-engagement plan or reignition plan. And I also told you how to like get out of the shadow ban. And then Friday, we started on how we're able to bring people to our accounts and grow our accounts by thousands. I'm not even being dramatic, by thousands of real followers every single week. Okay. So Friday we covered using the panels, and I told y'all specifically what type of panels to be on and how to leverage them. We talked about live streaming. We also talked about you posting 4 to 6 times a day, and I told y'all what type of posts that you needed to be posting every day. And then we talked about lighting. Okay. And I feel like we covered something else. I think it was like trend SEO. We went into SEO and I showed you guys how to find the proper terms so that you could get your videos categorized properly. So that way you're getting in front of the right people. Okay. So I wanted to share 4 more things with you guys today on how you're able to pick up thousands of real followers. And these are things that you literally can implement today. And I'm very I'm very intentional about sharing things that do not cost you any money, because I don't want anybody in here saying like, oh, I can't do it because I don't have the money to do it. Yes, you do, because this doesn't cost you any money. Okay. You said you missed it. Well, make sure you follow me and turn on your notifications. And when you come in here, it shows you my number. So you can shoot me a text message and you will be a part of the kingdom. And whenever I'm doing trainings, then I'll be able to send y'all notifications. Blink, blink, blink. Okay. Just like that. Blinkety, blink, blue. You turned on the notifications. All right. And a couple of y'all were telling me that y'all followed me, but like you didn't see me in your timeline. So this is not just for me. This is for anybody. You can turn on your notifications, but also if there's a content creator and you want to see us, you go to our pages. You like 5 or 6 of our posts. You comment underneath 5 or 6 of those posts. Save like 1 or 2 of them, or to share them with someone else, and that should do the trick. And we should start showing up in your timeline after that. Okay. Especially if you do a share, the algorithm puts a lot of weight into people that are sharing, whether you're sharing externally or internally on the app. But that's like they put a lot of weight on that, and that will help any creator, just not me, just not myself. If you want to see us, that's how you get us in your timeline. Okay. All right. Now, let's talk about responding to comments. Yay. Okay. Everybody always says, well, if you respond to comments, it brings you more people. This is very true, but nobody's actually really telling you guys the proper way to respond to comments. Okay. So let's say you follow my framework and you did the 4 types of posts. You did your awareness post that day. You did your value-based post or your niche specific post that day. You did the relatability, right? Or the behavioral post that day. And then you did, what was the 4th one that I shared with you guys for this formula? It was awareness, behavioral, niche. Oh, the relatability. Let's say you do all 4 of those, okay? And people are starting to get inside of your comments, okay? So there are different levels of comments for all of the social media algorithms. And what you want to focus on is rich text comments. Okay. They call it rich text because these have to be 4 words or more. So it's not a good idea to just like drop a little smiley emoji or little heart eyes. You actually need to try and create conversation inside of your comment threads. So this is why y'all, well, some of you guys don't know this about me because you're new, but I have no problem like agitating people. I have no problem at all when people get in my comments with going back and forth with them and setting them off so they just want to keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going because it's actually bringing people to my post. Also, something that I will do that's a little sneaky, I will purposely misspell things. So y'all know, like when I do the FaceTime phone calls with the news, it never fails. There's always someone in the comments, oh, you misspelled this, or it's, and they don't say it like in a kind way. They're trying to be like a smart butt. Oh, I know that there are a bunch of a-holes on the planet Earth. I know that there are a lot of people that are super duper insecure and they run around looking to call people out on something so that it can make them feel good. I know this and I use it to my advantage. Hey, one driver, I use it to my advantage. I do it all the time. I'll put like an extra like letter on something, or I'll transpose some letters or something. I do it every single time and it never fails. There's always a bunch of people that are responding to, their DMing me my post to respond to it. Little do they know though, the algorithm is like, oh, that's conversation. Someone's sending this post out and they keep sending more people to me. So there are little tricks and little things you can do to encourage people to comment, hey, Glorious Locks, underneath your post. Also, something that works really, really well as far as getting people to comment. Thank you for my heart, me. Getting people to comment, dropping questions. Okay. Anytime we drop a question, you normally can get people to give their opinion, give their answer, or give their thoughts. And if you can frame a question in a way of like, who's right or who's wrong, or, you know, what would you do? Which option do you like? It forces people psychologically to give a response. Okay. And these are things that will work like a charm to be able to get you rich text. Okay. You want rich text comments. You don't want 1 word. You don't want 2 word things. You want 4 words or more. So when people are under there, like typing paragraphs or sentences, you did a good job. And then you want to go back. Thank you, Glorious Locks. You want to go back and you want to try and start responding to some of these with video. Blink, blink, blink. And you don't have to just respond underneath your comment to video. You can get underneath other people's comments and respond with video, okay? And you will find that sometimes your video response will get more views and more reach than the original piece of content. So a lot of times when people are telling me that like, oh, I don't know what to post, or, you know, I'm kind of dry, I drew a blank. Hey, Helen Lexi, literally go through the comments. And if somebody asks you something and you're like, boom, this is a great, you know, this is a great opportunity for me to make a green screen or face the camera or do a tutorial or whatever, that's what you use. And I promise you, the algorithm is going to push your content out to more people. So the original post is going to get more views. The video response that you just did is going to get a good amount of views too. And you're going to start to pick up followers. And more specific, they're going to be targeted followers. You said this is good to know. Yeah, it's really, it's very, very easy. And sometimes if there's a comment, like, I will say this, because remember I told y'all the algorithm cares a lot about lighting, and this is on TikTok and on the gram and on YouTube. Okay, Facebook, but YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, they care a whole lot about lighting. So the reason I'm saying this is because sometimes you may see the comment, but it's not time to respond right now because you don't have the best lighting. So that's one of the reasons I tell everybody to have like 2 or 3 of these little pad lights. Y'all, these are literally like $5, $7. They don't cost that much. They are worth it. Okay. And you literally keep one in your car if you're keep one in your backpack or your purse or wherever. But when it's time for you to do content, you need that. There's also, you can hold your phone with your hand, but there's like a little stand. I think I have it in my showcase. It's only like $15. it is really, really great for you to be able to whip out your phone, do the commentary response real quick, and then go on about your business. Blink, blink, blink. Okay. Like real life. Cause I used to be very bad about just throwing up my content and I wasn't really putting much thought into the lighting. I'd be like, oh, I just want to get it out. And it was absolutely hurting my algorithm. It was hurting my reputation inside of the algorithm as a creator. And I had gotten to the point where, like, y'all, I'm not even joking, like almost anything I posted was never getting over 150 views. And it was super frustrating because I built up the platform to like over 100,000 followers on TikTok. I did it like relatively quickly. I was picking up like a little bit over 10,000 followers a month. And this was like on a regular basis. And then all of a sudden, my content stopped going out. And I was trying everything and I could not figure out like why my reach had plummeted like that. And literally it was because the algorithm did not like my lighting. Hey, Queen Niche, thank you for the heart me. It didn't like my lighting. And so as soon as I like put some effort into like going into the comment section and responding via video, and then I made sure that I had decent lighting every time I posted, it fixed it. And then all of a sudden, in between doing that and responding to the comments with like videos, with video responses, then I started getting like, 300 views, 700 views, 1,000 views, 30,000, 20,000. It went back into normal numbers for me. So a lot of y'all are like beating yourself up. And literally, if you will just take the time to go through some of those comments and give a video response, and it doesn't, like, put some thought into it. Don't be like, oh, hey girl, thank you so much for the comment via video. No, continue the conversation. So if there's more information you want to give, if you want to give resources, if you want to do like a little tutorial, if you want to continue to elaborate on the thought or the ideal or the concept that you put out there, if you want to take your audience to, show something or see something, if you want to do a follow-up, people love a case study. You're like, oh, look, this is what I put up 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago, and here's the results. You like actually use it to give some really strong value, so that way you pick up the new followers and you also can pick up sales. And I'm telling you, if you don't have, like, y'all saw my lighting setup that's going on in here, if you don't have all of this, I promise you, this little, I don't care. I mean, I don't know if it's on y'all timeline, because they have TikTok Shop has like waves of programs for the affiliates, right? And it's back to school time right now. Hey, RDX, thank you for the heart me. It's back to school time right now. Okay, so there's the little key light I was showing y'all that I have the other day. It's in the back to school promotion. So like every fourth post on my timeline right now is somebody pushing one of the key lights, and they're literally creators saying, don't get these are trash. Y'all get these. Okay, the key light has a bigger commission. That's why they're trying to push the key light on you. And don't get me wrong, I have a key light and I like the key light. But if you're in your car, if you have, let's say you're on vacation or you're traveling for work, maybe you're at your parents' house or something, you could be somewhere where you're not at your house or you're not in your studio. Who is lugging around a suitcase full of lights everywhere they go? These work. Okay. These work. They get the job done. And these are literally only $5 and $7. Okay. So literally get you 2 or 3 of them and start responding to the comments via video. Okay. The next thing, that was number 4. So we're on number 5. Well, you love them. I love them too, girl. I have so many of them. And they sent me this one and I've done a video with it, but this is better than this one. This one is more compact. Like, this actually will fit in your pocket, but this one fits in your pocket. I mean, not as easily, but this light has more control, and it has the cool and it has the warm setting, and you can mix the two together, and you can change the saturation of the light, which is really important because, the sun is changing all the time. And so this pretty much it's like 4 settings on it. And this light is really, really harsh. So I just use this like if I have to, or when I'm doing like cooking content sometimes and I need to like film my food and stuff like that. It's okay for that. But this is the better one, y'all. Buy these. Not this one. Get this one. Get this one right here. So yeah, I mean, I use it because I bought it. Hey Charles, I'm just telling the truth. I'm just telling the truth. I use it because I bought it, not because it's the best. Okay. And you need a few of them because you charge them. And so it lasts like 7, 8 hours. And but sometimes the battery will go out at an inopportune time. And so you just whip your second one out and go on about your business. Okay. All right. And by the way, if you guys are just getting here, my name is Ashley Ann, and I help people get paid to do things that they like to do. So I help you increase your sales. I help you get more views and followers. I help you with your marketing. And I help you put together businesses and start businesses and stay in business. And I'm really good at it. If you're in here and if I've helped you make money, drop the $, the credit card emoji, the euro, the yen, the dinero, whatever makes you feel good down in your sha-na-na. And if you're enjoying this content and you want to continue to work with me, you should consider coming into my Monetization Nation membership. It is a month to month, so you can come in or leave whenever you feel like it. And it's normally $297 a month to be a part of Monetization Nation. But today and tomorrow, it's on sale for $97. So send me a DM and I will get you the discount link. And if there are other things that you want to chit chat about, we may be able to do that as well. Blinkety, blink, blink, blink. Okay. Thank you for the money bags, Gloria's Locks, and Lady T. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, I got a lot of clients that do a bunch of different things. All right. So that was number 5 because we did 1 through 4 the other day. So that was number 5. So number 6. And I told y'all Friday that I was going to do 1 bonus. I decided today that I'm going to do 2 bonuses because the other one you really, really need. Okay. All right. I was just like, we're just going to add a little extra. Okay. So number 6. Y'all give me the 6 in the chit chat. Give me the number 6 in the chit chat. You said, how do you do it with faceless content? You still do a video. You just don't put your face in it. You can use your avatar. You can use B-roll videos. You can use Giphy clips. You can put the camera on, the scenery and nature or whatever it is that you're focused on. Just because your face is not in the camera doesn't mean you can't make a video. Number 6 is very important. Okay. And I don't care what anybody tells you. If they're not telling you this, they're dirty, funky, stanky liars, or they don't know what they're talking about. Okay. Engage before you post. Engage before you post. Engage before you post. Hear me out. I have already shared with you guys, I've been very transparent. It takes me 30 days to have $100,000 day, right? I know everybody sees it like, dang, she made $100,000 or she made $150,000 today. But it took me 30 days to do that because I have to build up. I have to be able to get y'all's attention. I got to be able to get y'all to text me and email me so I can talk to you outside of the app so you know what's going on, right? I'm also doing like pre-offers. So y'all are purchasing little things from me before I get to whatever like our deal is for the month. Like there's work that's going in. We have like the live streams. Sometimes we have 2 or 3 webinars throughout the month. We got stuff going on before I have like $100,000 day. Okay. And so literally I told y'all, If you're trying to make money with social media, clock in. It's a job. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you that you're going to grow your page and you're going to get brand deals and you're going to grow your bank accounts and you're going to sell a bunch of stuff and get a bunch of people to come to your store and your shop without you putting effort in. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Sometimes I think that I should, because the people that are out here lying to y'all out here buying up their scam products left and right. But then you get scammed and then you come back over here to your big cousin Ashley Ann and you're like, oh, I should have listened. Yes, you should have listened. So listen right now so you don't have to get scammed. Let's skip all that. Okay. Typically, when you're posting on social media, it's going to take you anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes to make a post. Hear me out. Hear me out. Okay. I know that just turned somebody off. I'm telling you what works. I am telling you what, for those of you that don't know, I'm in the YouTube partner program. I'm in like 2 or 3 TikTok groups. TikTok like handpicked me out and put me in these other programs like betas and stuff to make money with. Okay. TikTok has flown me out several times and they're going to fly me out again. Because I made a deal with one of the guys. I said, if I can get to a certain GRM, okay, inside of my lives. And he was like, if you do that, he was like, I will fly you out to the TikTok headquarters myself. Bet. Challenge accepted. Okay. Understand, okay? Like I am in the Threads program. I get paid from Instagram and Facebook too on Meta. Okay? So not only am I getting paid on these platforms, not only do these platforms fly me out to brand trips and deal trips all over the world, just not in the United States. Understand what I'm saying? I am telling when I'm telling y'all this stuff, these other people that y'all are seeing on your timeline or they're popping up and they're telling you all this stuff and you're like, and it sounds too good to be true. It's because they're lying. They're making it up. They do not know. Like, oh, I hate that engage from the bottom up trend. You're just pushing the people that are telling you that. They're not really telling you. I am telling you this, and I know it does not sound sexy. Hey, Broken Beauty, what's going on, Charmaine? I know it does not sound sexy, y'all. I know it doesn't. But it's going to take you 15 to 20 minutes to post. And that's even with you having your hashtags pre-prepared, like I've taught y'all to do. That's even with you having a description, even if you're using like the ChatGPT or something to give you a description that you can just copy and put in the comments. The reason it's going to take you 15 to 20 minutes to post is because you need to be engaging before you post. And no one's telling you this. And you're going to have to engage 10 to 15 minutes if you are trying to get your content out to the right group. Blink, blink, blink. Okay. So for instance, if I'm going to put a cooking video out and I want that cooking video to do well, I actually need to get on Cooking Talk and I need to like some stuff. I need to share some stuff. I need to save some recipes. I need to be in some people's comments. I need to be going back and forth. If someone, they're cooking live, I may need to go into their live stream and heart them up and drop a couple comments in there and all of that, right? Because what the algorithm is going to do is when I post that next piece of content, they're going to say, oh, she's a part of the cooking community. Some of y'all know that I bake bread. Some of y'all are new. Y'all don't know. I'm a sourdough girl. Hey, shout out to all the other sourdough girls. I'm working my way slowly to being to the point that I make like everything from scratch. Like even my ketchup. I like cheese. I don't have enough time right now, but yeah, I do everything. I do everything. Okay. I be in the house making butter. I don't make honey because I have anaphylaxis, and if I get stung, I can die. Like, not even being dramatic. But if I didn't have anaphylaxis, I swear to y'all, I would have my own bees. I would be in my backyard, like pulling the little honeycombs out from my bees. Like, I am just like that. I enjoy that type of stuff. And people are normally shocked because they're like, you're so busy and you run so many businesses, but that keeps me grounded. My neighbors were shocked. Like, I don't have a groundskeeper. I do all my flowers and stuff. I do it myself and I love it. Okay. Now, when I had kids, I'm probably gonna have to give some stuff up. Okay. Because I have to pay attention to the bambino. But I ain't got no kids. So that's what I like doing with my free time. Okay. Outside of traveling or whatever, I actually like homemaking. Okay. So if let's say I'm gonna bake some bread. Because one of y'all was in here Friday and y'all like, when are you gonna bake some more bread? And I'm like, I bake it all the time. I just haven't baked it on live with y'all in a while. So I was like, bet. I was like, we'll bake some bread. So I gotta feed my girls tonight, and I think they'll be ready in the morning, and we'll make some bread dough together, right? So literally, if I'm going to make a post about sourdough, before I put up the post of me making some croissants or something, right? I would need to go into sourdough talk, and I need to go get in the girls' comments. I need to talk to the people. I need to share some stuff. So then the app will say, oh, she's a part of the sourdough community. And when I put up my post about that sourdough bread, it's now going to do a lot better than if I would have just posted it and went on about my day. Blink, blink, blink. So like, hey Nina, what's going on, my love? So for instance, whenever I do the news talk videos, I typically will go to the international news channels. I will go to CNN. I go to MSNBC pages. I go to Aaron P. I go to the News Girl. Like I literally go and I engage. So that way, whenever I drop my content that has to do with politics and the news, that's how it starts circulating well. Because I went and I engaged in those communities before I dropped the content. And now the algorithm is going to show my content to other people that like and comment and share that other type of content. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So get in your mind that before you post, it's going to take you 15 to 20 minutes to realistically post, because you need to spend some time engaging inside of the community. And unless there's one exception to this. If you're a person and you're only in that one community all the time, like you only look at beauty content, you only look at skincare content, you only look at car content, you only look at gym content, like if that's all like you use the platform for and all you engage with, well then you don't have to do this, because the algorithm's not going to be confused by you. It knows exactly what you like and what you do and what you put out and who you engage with. But a lot of us are very diverse, and we're, we have a mix of stuff and a mix of people and a mix of content that we like. And you need the algorithm to be able to place you. So if you're doing this in conjunction with the SEO, which is what I told you guys about on Wednesday, right? We talked about Friday. I'm saying Wednesday. Today is Sunday. Friday. We talked about SEO, how to use it, how to put it in your description, the written hook, the verbal hook, all of that with the SEO. So if you're engaging for the 10 or 15 minutes and then you use the SEO that I'm telling you about and you got some decent lighting, guess what? Your content is going to start hitting. You're going to start getting the reaches. And you're going to start picking up follows. You're not even going to have to tell people to follow you. I mean, it's always good to have the little call to action to say, oh, follow me if, blah, blah, blah. But this is how you're going to start getting followers, and your account, you're going to be like, oh, snap, my account is really picking up. My views are really picking up. I actually have good comments now inside of my comment section. So get it through your brain. That most of the time. Now, if you just want to post because you don't have time to do the pre-engagement, you just post and put it out there. It might do all right, it might not. It might do all right, it might not. Okay, like there are times that I literally will just put up a post because I'm like, oh dang, I'm short on my post. I'm like, oh dang, it's 7 o'clock and I haven't made a post today. Yeah, sometimes I'm just gonna throw something up there. But typically that content doesn't do well. That's just keeping me in the good graces of Instagram or TikTok or, Facebook or whatever. Does that make sense? So get it in your brain. Hey, King Tax Services. I know it doesn't sound sexy. I know it's not the most exciting thing, but yes, you're going to engage 10 to 15 minutes before with the specific type of people that you want to see your content. Because a lot of y'all are getting screwed over because like you make cooking content, right? But you have spent the last 2 or 3 days on the algorithm in beauty content land. And so now here comes your cooking video and it's getting shown to a bunch of people that care about eyeshadow and blushes and contour. They don't care about what you put on your lobster tail. They don't care about your sourdough bread. They don't care about you roasting garlic. They don't care. They don't care. And what are they going to do? They're going to not engage. They're going to disengage. They're not going to engage. And then the algorithm is going to say, we showed this content to 500 people. It's really 300 is the first round that they show it to. But they're going to say, we showed it to these 300 people. And out of 300 people, not even 30 people liked it. We showed it to 300 people and only 3 people liked it. And only 1 person commented. And nobody watched it to the end. The watch retention is less than 5%. So we're not going to show this content to anybody else on the app because nobody wants to see it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Donna. Does that make sense? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Like literally, that's what happens. That's the simplified version. So if you are not picking up new followers, like you've noticed your page isn't growing, your views aren't growing, your content isn't growing, like you're like, it's like nothing's happening. Try, like, put some intention behind it and try this, and you're gonna see like, oh wow, it's starting to work. Okay. Now, thank you for the heart, me, Nurse Light. By the way, if you guys are just getting here, my name is Ashley Ann, and I help people make money with their social media accounts. I also help people build their businesses, and I help with sales and marketing, and I'm really, really good at it. Like 2 Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award recipients, good at it. Like doctoral, good at it. Like been like a TEDx speaker, good at it. Like been featured in Forbes, CNN, Business Insider, Black Enterprise, Essence Stages, good at it. Blink, blink, blink. Okay. Like a bunch of colleges and universities bring me in to speak and teach on this because I'm good at it. Good at it. Okay. Like real good at it in real life. So what I would appreciate from you is if you could think of at least one biz bestie, somebody you know that's trying to build up their page, they're trying to make more sales, or maybe they want to be a content creator professionally or as a side hustle. Think about your one biz bestie and share the stream with them right now so they can come in here and they can get the tea on how they're able to build up thousands of real followers basically overnight. Okay, this works. And if you are enjoying this content, then make sure you send me a DM. Y'all see that little notification that just popped up? All you have to do is tap it. You can send me a DM. You don't even have to leave the stream. Okay, if you're watching me on Tube or the Gram, you got to send me a DM the old-fashioned way. I don't have a services button over there. But they gave me one on the Clock app, so I'm gonna use it. All right. Also you can shoot me a text. My number pops in and I'll get you hooked up with a free course. All right. Okay. So let's talk about number 7. And then I'm gonna give you 2 bonuses after number 7. Okay. All right, y'all. Number 7 is gonna feel long, but it's because I'm gonna try and give you a little crash course. And if we need to, and we're probably gonna need to expand on this later. So we'll do an expansion another day. Okay. Okay, we'll do an expansion. All right. So number 7 are your hooks. Everybody say hooks. Everybody put hooks in the chat. Hooks in the chat. Hooks in the chat. The hooks be hooking. The hooks will hook them in. Okay. The hooks. Okay, the hooks is gonna work. And I will tell y'all this, I still to this day am always working on my hooks. Even though I'm really good with visual hooks and written hooks and verbal hooks, y'all, it took practice. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. And what I'm doing, y'all, and I will tell y'all this, any of y'all that watch my page, y'all can honestly tell when I'm being very intentional and I'm in a campaign. y'all, you can tell the difference in my content. You can. Okay, I already know like what I need to post, what the angles need to be, the sounds, the clicks, the boops, the blops, and like, oh yeah, this is gonna take off, and it'll get 200, 300, 500,000 views. Okay. And you can tell when I'm just doing my regular posting. Okay. So your hooks are important. Okay. Now we talked about written hooks. I talked about written hooks, verbal hooks, and visual hooks the other day. We're going to focus on these hooks that I'm talking about today would go in between written or verbal. They could go for either one. Okay. But your hooks are so important to you being able to get more views and more followers. Okay. So I want you, I'm going to give you guys like a little 4-part checklist for a hook. Okay. Hey, Sonia G, what's going on, gorgeous? Hey, girl, hey. A 4-part series for a hook. This is kind of like your little checklist. So you can go in your mind when it's time for you to give a hook. Okay. And you're like, if you're like, I want some more followers, I want more engagement, I want people to see my content. Because let's tell the truth, y'all. Like, let's not act like you're putting out content for no one to see it. I know some of y'all are like, I just do it, for myself. Lies from the pits of hell. You don't need to be in my stream then, because I am here to help people that are trying to make money, right? How are we making money? You're making money through selling your own products and services. You're making money from getting traffic to come into like your store, your salon, your food truck, your website. You're making money, okay, because you're getting brand deals. You're making money because you're getting views and you're getting paid from the creator rewards programs on these different apps, okay? So we like to make money over here in the kingdom, okay? So yes, when we make content, we want people to see our content. Blink, blink, blink. Your hooks are going to help you be seen, and they're going to help you get the interest, which turns into retention, which turns into money. Okay, Mognon. All right. So this is a little 4-part checklist for your hooks, just for you to go through in your mind, and then I'm going to give some more detail. Okay. So number 1, we want it to be short. You got to be able to get that hook out in 3 seconds or less. If it's taking you longer than 3 seconds, it's too long. Okay. Some of you guys are very wordy, like y'all just like using a lot of words. I don't know what this is about, but you got to remember, this is short form content, baby. You can't spend 20 seconds of your 30 seconds trying to hook somebody in. They're gone. Okay, they're gone. And the way the algorithm works, chances are they may never see you again. Okay. So remember, we need to keep it short, like 5 to 12 words short. And sometimes you may go a teensy weeny bit over, but in general, 5 to 12 words is what we're looking for when we're focused on a hook. Okay. So short is the first piece of your little checklist. Number 2, you want to use power words. Power words would be words that some people may say are sharp, are harsh, or very bold, right? So if I talk about if I said something like the dumbest mistake I see content creators make on TikTok, dumbest would be my power word, right? That's a very, very strong word to use to come out and say something is dumbest. Okay. So power words are strong. Okay. They evoke typically some type of emotion or reaction out of the hearer or the viewer. And if you ever need help with power words, you literally can Google power words. If you do want to use your GPT, whatever LLM that you're using, okay, your Gemini or DeepSeek or whatever it is that you're using, you can actually say, I want to post a piece of content about this topic. I need help with a hook. And then once they give you some hooks, be like, okay, can you rework those and use some power words that are going to evoke strong emotions? And I've been doing it for a long time, so I can just do it. Just because my mind is trained to do it at this point. But when you're first getting started, it may take you a little bit more practice, right? And so this will help you get in the right way. So you want to try and have at least one like power word, okay? Just think about let's say some of y'all would be like, how I lost 60 pounds. Well, that's kind of blasé, right? People gonna just keep on strolling, okay? But if you said something like, oh, hold on, y'all, let me do this little puzzle. Okay, there we go. But if you said something instead of how I lost 60 pounds, instead if you said, If we said something like the fastest way to unbig your back and drop 60 pounds before the end of summer, or drop 60 pounds in 60 days or something crazy like that. The fastest is what's going to get to people in unbigging your back. Okay. Because people go like, okay. So just try and have a power word in there somewhere that's like bold, harsh, or some people call them sharp words or pointed words, but you want to have one in there, okay? The third thing is we want to talk to a specific audience. A lot of y'all are out here trying to just paint like a broad brush and speak to everyone. That is not going to work. That's not going to make you money. That's not going to get you a sale. That's not going to get people to watch your content. That's not going to get you a brand deal. You need to get to a specific audience. Specific is terrific. Okay. You'll get a couple outliers here and there, but we're just talking to super duper specific. So if I said something like, if I said something like, 3 things every single woman should know before she goes on a date. I'm talking to a specific group of people. I'm talking to single women. Okay. If I said if I said something like I tried the viral carrot salad. I tried the viral carrot salad, and you won't believe how my kids reacted. I'm focused in on people who know about the viral carrot salad. That's what I'm talking to. If you don't care about the viral carrot salad, you're gonna keep going. Okay, you're gonna keep going. So we want to think about a very specific group of people that we're talking to. Okay, and then the fourth thing is there has to be a promise. Okay, and the promise isn't like a dramatic, life altering, life changing promise. This is just a promise that you're gonna learn something or you're gonna get something, like some type of reward at the end. So if I said I went to bed at 8 p.m. every day for 60 days. Here's how it changed my body. If I say I ate, if I write that's a promise. If I say I spent the night in the most expensive hotel suite in Dubai, and you'll never believe what I discovered. Okay. I'm letting you know that I'm fixing to share some type of secret with you. Okay. So the promise is not like, oh, I promise you my heart, my love, and my soul, or I promise you you're going to make $1 million. That's not the promise. The promise is I'm going to give you some type of valuable information. I'm going to let you in on a secret. You're going to be sad. Your curiosity is going to be satisfied in some shape, form, or way. Okay. So it needs to be short. We want to use a power word. We want to have a specific audience, and we're looking for some type of promise. People need to know that there's a payoff at the end. If I watch your content for 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 10 minutes, or whatever, I need to know that there's a payoff, right? Like when you guys first came in here, I was like, hey, we're going to talk today about how you gain thousands of real followers in 7 days, how you'll be able to get more followers this week, right? So I'm giving you what you need to do in order to be able to get these followers. Now, if I told you like, hey, I'm going to share with you guys how to get thousands of followers this week, and then I got in here and was doing the butterfly and the Tootsie Roll all over the screen, y'all gonna leave. You're gonna be like, she told me she was gonna tell me how I can get more followers. What do I need to fix? But instead I came in here and this woman is doing the Cabbage Patch. You're gonna be like, what is going on, right? And you're gonna be like, I gotta scram, I gotta skedaddle, I gotta get out of here, right? So just keep in mind, like, whatever the payoff is, they need to have that by the end of the content. Okay. Right. You hate bait and switch. Most people hate bait and switches. I don't like bait and switches either. So want to have a payoff. Now, the next thing is I wanted to give you guys 6 hook types just to give you like a place to get started when you're trying to create your hooks. Okay. So I'm gonna talk a little slower so y'all have time to write them down. All right. So the first type is the question. The question is the easiest hook because the question calls out a direct audience and it's calling out a specific niche. And sometimes we can use the questions to call out a specific problem. Okay. So I may say, what if I told you, and then y'all fill in the blank. So what if I told you the fastest way to gain 10,000 followers on TikTok is, you see what I'm saying? That's my setup. So what if I told you the easiest way to keep your house clean? What if I told you the reason you're not getting callbacks while you're looking for a job? What if I told you, you can do this all day, okay? A question, what if I told you? All right. The second type of question that works really, really well is when we target a specific group. So I may say, why do men? Yeah, we're gonna do a men one. I may say, why do men that require submission never have anything for you to submit to? Okay, so you can do a why do. Okay, why do people that are I might say, why do people that are unattractive have the most to say about other people's looks? Okay, we can go on and on and on and on. Okay, why do people who don't own a home have the most to say? Scratch it. I'm gonna get even more specific. Why do people with popcorn ceilings always have the most to say about other people's homes? Okay, you can go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. You understand me? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So a question. Hey Brenda, what's going on, my love? A question. Okay, the question is the first type of hook. And so y'all use what if I told you and then fill in the blank and then use why do. And then if you're taking notes, you're going to put the group, put parentheses. So you know to plug any type of group in there and then say always. And then in the parentheses, put a problem. Okay. So those are the easiest ways to get your question like hooks out and get people to lock in and pay attention. Okay. The second type of hook is going to be a generalization. I love generalizations. I use these all the time because I know people on the internet like to fight. I know people on the internet are extremely opinionated, and I know generalizations make a lot of y'all's butts itch. Okay. So I can say anything. And because I didn't say some, because I just make a generalization, oh, I guarantee there's going to be people in my comments, not everybody. So do y'all remember? Y'all remember the Chase Money glitch? And I was like, yo, y'all are scamming. Like, and they were like, no, it's a glitch. No, you're scamming. And then, right, all these people ended up being arrested and all that stuff after, right? So I got one of my videos to go viral about the Chase Money glitch because I started with a generalization. I said something like, I said, everyone knows people that write checks are scammers. Oh, there were so many people. What I'm 70 and I write checks and I'm not a scammer. I'm a business owner and I write checks. I'm not a scammer. Blah 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 blah. I already knew. You could generalize anything, y'all. I can say people that eat Neapolitan ice cream are psychopaths. I don't trust people that don't drink alcohol. You could generalize anything. There's going to be somebody that wants to get in those comments and tell you that you're wrong. And on the other hand, there are going to be people in the comments that are going to be like, oh my God, you're so right. Tell me more. Okay. You could generalize anything. You could say people that wear aluminum free deodorant smell like it. And don't think I'm coming for y'all if you wear aluminum free deodorant. I wear aluminum free deodorant too. I actually do the Salt Rock, okay? And I don't smell like anything unless I put on fragrance. I smell very good. People tell me this all the time. But y'all understand what I'm saying. Because you say that, Oh, there's gonna be people like, absolutely, it's too hot for you to be out here smelling like onions and fish. People are going to go in, okay? And you can do this for any industry. You can do this for any niche. You can make, thank you, Donna baby. You can make a generalization. So your little framework for that, right? You're gonna say people that blank do blank. Okay, that's your generalization. Okay, generalizations work. They are very strong hooks, and they get the people in. All right, they get the people in. All right, your third little formula for a hook that's gonna work for you is we call it reverse controversy. Okay, so reverse controversy is where you take like common advice or something that's like commonly practiced or commonly accepted, and you tell people to stop doing it, right? So for instance, that like engage from the bottom up crap that drives me nuts, but here on TikTok a lot of people believe that for whatever reason. So I would say stop engaging from the bottom up, and then you're going to give the reason why. So when you're doing a controversy it's always stop doing. So whatever they're doing, stop blank. Okay. Stop wearing bonnets before you go to bed. Stop using Dove because you're really not clean. So y'all get it? It does not matter. Anything that's commonly accepted. Stop drinking a gallon of water because you're flushing out all your electrolytes, and it's not really helping you lose weight. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, anything, any industry, anything that's commonly accepted or commonly practiced or like general, information, you're going to tell people to stop it, and you're going to tell them why, and then you're going to provide your product, your service, your community, your page or whatever as, like as right as a, or you're going to give some results or information or some tips. You're going to provide something though that they are like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I'll try that. Okay. Hey, Sparkly DM. Hey, girl. Hey. Thank you, girl. All right. Does that make sense though? Everybody picking up what I'm putting down? Number 4, the secret hook. Secrets work well because people are nosy. Also, people love insider insight and they love insider information. Now, a lot of y'all almost have the secret, but y'all put it in the wrong order. Okay. Thank you, Sparkly DM. Thank you, girl. Y'all put it in the wrong order. So what I see a lot of y'all will do is y'all will come on the camera and you'll try and like, thank you. Y'all try and validate or introduce yourselves first, but you want to start with the secret first. Okay. Right. So for instance, I may say, your framework is going to be no one tells you about. Okay. And then you can fill in the blank on the back end. So I may say, no one tells you that you need a funnel and an automated CRM to make $1 million online. I may say, no one tells you that you need to eat green leafy vegetables every day to get your stomach on flat. No one tells you that a neutral face, hold on. No one tells you that a neutral look will attract high quality men and run away the dusties. No one tells you the Swiffer jet doesn't really clean your floor. It's just pushing the dirt around. Okay. It doesn't matter. It could be anything. Okay. But you're going to say no one tells you because it's like a secret, right? So you're doing the secret with the accomplishment, like right behind it. So no one tells you blank with the accomplishment. Then you can introduce yourself. So if I said, no one tells you need a funnel to make 6 or 7 figures with your social media. Then I will introduce myself and say, my name is Ashley Ann, and I've helped 184 people, right? I'm sorry, not 184, 182. My name is Ashley Ann, and I've helped 182 people make $1 million in less than 12 months. And almost 900 of my clients have hit 6 figures. I do over $15 million a year with my social media accounts. And these are the things that you need to have in place to make money. Blink, blink, blink. Okay. So you're like, a lot of y'all are coming on the camera and you're like introducing yourself first. Don't introduce yourself first. Like, start with the secret. Then you can go into the introduction. Jasmine, thank you so much for those popular votes. If everybody could get like Jasmine, I appreciate that so much. So TikTok did tell us that those popular votes help push me out on the FYP. So if you pop the little pink gift panel and look under exclusive, you'll see you can send me those little popular votes. They only cost 1 penny, y'all. Like, literally, they're 1 cent. And for everyone that you send me, TikTok sends another. And the more of those I get, the more I show up on the FYP page. Also, if you don't want to send me a popular gift, then drop a comment. Comments actually help your favorite creators show up on the FYP page as well. Okay. So tapping the screen, sharing the live, comments, the little popular gifts, helping us wipe out the gift goal, all those things help to show on the FYP. And if you're just getting here, my name is Ashley Ann, and I'm a public speaker, and I'm an award-winning luxury event designer, and most people know me for building businesses. And I have a really good track record. I'm like your favorites fave, blink, 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 in real life, all right? And if you are enjoying today's session, and if you're finding it helpful, and you would like to work with me, all you have to do is send me a DM, and I can get you the discounted link for my Monetization Nation, or we can talk about how we can work together one-to-one to build up your business, build up your brand, and build up your bank account. Blink, blink, blink. Y'all like that? Y'all like that? That's called a reset in the live stream, but we'll talk about that another day. Right now, we're talking about how you get thousands of views and thousands of followers every week on your social media accounts without spending any money for ads, okay? And thank you for everybody that's following. I'm getting little notifications that you guys are following. Thank you so much. All right. Next thing next. Okay. Stats. Thank you so much, Jasmine. Stats. No, I skipped number 5. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Number 5 is a story. Okay. Number 5 is a story. So stories are when you're going to start off with the personal, and you need to get to the end before you get into the meat of the story. Okay. So a lot of y'all are trying to get into the meat. You got to get to the end point first. That's the first statement you want to get out. Excuse me. So I may say, I wasted $500 buying crap from the TikTok shop. See what I'm saying? That's the end. And then I'm going to go into the meat of the story. Y'all are going into the meat. Like, I see some of y'all's content and y'all are like, yeah, I went to the TikTok shop and I was looking for a shirt and I was swiping through and blah, blah, blah. No, start at the end. Okay. If I said I spent $120 at the nail shop only for them to start lifting up and popping off 3 days later. And that's when I decided that I was going to try press-ons. And then I started talking about how the press-ons are affordable, how easy they are to put on, how they look, just as good as what was in the salon, and they save me so much money. You see what I'm saying? Y'all are doing all that other stuff at the beginning. You start off with kind of the end, and then you bag people into the story. Does that make sense? If we're trying to get people to stay. So if I popped on and said, I made $100,000 this weekend on TikTok, I made $100,000 this weekend on TikTok. Didn't have to run an ad. Didn't have to do anything strange for some change. No, I don't have an OnlyFans page. Let me tell you what I did. Okay? So when you're doing a story, start at the end. Get to the meat first. Then we're going to put the potatoes and the sides in there. Hey, Rose Goddess Queen. What's going on, gorgeous? Makes sense? Everybody picking up what I'm putting down? Hey, Nose. Okay, you said the hooks be hooking. Yes. Hype me up. Hey, Noli, hi. Hey, babe. Hype me up then. Does that make sense, though? Okay. Now, number 6 is going to be a statistic. People love a statistic. A statistic is a really good way to get people hooked in. Now, if I'm being honest, there's statistics pretty much about every subject, every habit, every industry, every product. It's honestly not really hard to Google or go to .orgs or government websites to get the statistics that you're looking for. And sometimes a visual aid will help you with your statistic. So I think the other day when I did the news update, I started off by showing how the jobs report was down, right? And that we had 75% more firings and layoffs this year than we had last year, right? So that's data, right? Or if I came on and I told y'all that 80% of black 80% of black owned businesses will go out of business within 18 months. That's a real statistic. Unfortunately, it's a sad statistic, but it's true. That's an actual real statistic. CNBC did a study, I think in 2023. And then we went through like all of the reasons for it, right? People love the statistic about how black women are starting businesses at a rate 6 times faster than everyone else. But no one knows the second part of that statistic, that black women-owned businesses go close at a rate 3 times faster than everyone else. Okay, so you can start with any type of statistic that relates to your product, your industry, your area of interest, your commentary. Thank you, Pink. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Right? It doesn't matter. Okay, but a statistic. If you're like, I can't think of anything clever, or I don't feel comfortable, like you don't feel comfortable using those other hooks that are listed, and you should be doing a combination of these. Thank you, Charmaine. Thank you, Broken Beauty. I'm sorry. Then start with a statistic. Okay. Statistic is a really, really easy way to get started and get people locked in. Right. And then number 7 is going to be a how to. Okay. How to. So, baby, it doesn't matter. How to and result. Remember, start with the meat and then get to the potatoes and the sides. How to get a man, how to buy a house, how to change your oil, how to make your flowers live for a month, how to vacuum, how to clean your bathroom, how to clean your toilet, how to get a brand deal. How it really doesn't matter, okay? How to do anything, how to run an ad, how to make your foundation look like skin, how to do your eyebrows. You literally could just get into how to, and people that want to know how to do that, they're gonna watch. They're going to watch it. They're going to watch it to the end. Okay. So, and if you're not doing like a visual tutorial, but you're talking more about like a concept or a theory, you'll start with the how to. Hey, Private Chef Corey. Hey, boo. Thank you for the heartbeat. You'll start with the how to portion. And then again, you can start giving the steps, okay, in between. So a lot of y'all's content is not bad. You just need to reverse the order that you're laying the information out in, and that's going to help you get more views. That's going to help you. Thank you. Thank you for my J's, Corey. Oh, Corey, thank you for lighting up my gift box. Thank you. Hey, thank you, Private Chef Corey. But does that make sense? Is everybody picking up what I'm putting down? So remember a little framework for the hooks. Is it short? Proven, power words, specific audience, and what's the payoff or the promise. Okay. And if you struggle with hooks, use those 7 examples of the hook types that I just gave y'all. And literally you're going to be good to go. And when I say y'all, there's so many different types of hooks. Whenever y'all look at my bio, you'll see a product called Hooks Mastery. Or whatever, you can grab that. And I think I have like over 400 hooks inside of Hooks Mastery, and I have it divided by like industry and stuff like that. But a lot of people like really, really struggle with the hook, but the hook is so important to being able to get that retention rate up, because the higher your retention rate is, the algorithm is then going to push you out on the FYP page more. So you're going to pick up more followers and you're going to get more views. So before y'all post, like seriously, just take a second and think about what's the first sentence that I should start off my post with. And a lot of times your content is good. You just need to rearrange the order of it. And then you're going to start getting the traction that you want and getting the views that you want. Okay. Now, I told y'all that we were going to do 7 things, and I've done what I promised, but I told y'all I was going to give y'all 2 bonuses today. So for any of you guys that are just getting here, my name is Ashley Ann. If you're enjoying my content, follow, like, or subscribe wherever you're watching me at. Thank you guys on YouTube. I didn't even have to fuss at y'all today on the tube about the thumbs up. Oh my God. I looked down and the thumbs up said, oh, y'all thumbs up. Follow, like, subscribe wherever you're watching me at. And for Friday and then today, I've been going over like how you gain thousands of real followers on an app. Thank you. And more specifically, how you gain them fast, how you get thousands of followers every single week. And these are people that will engage with you and buy your stuff, right? And so we've been going through some things to help you get picked up in the algorithm so that the algorithm actually pushes you out. So we covered live streaming and your panels, and more specifically, getting on panels that already have like complementary audience or your ideal target audience. Posting 4 to 6 times a day. I know people are, when I say that, but y'all, it works. Okay. You want to grow fast? Start pushing out at least 4 pieces of content a day on the gram, 4 pieces a day on TikTok. YouTube Shorts is, you don't have to do a day, but if you could do 4 times in a week on your long form content or your short form content on YouTube, you will start growing fast. And anybody that's in here that's one of my clients, co-sign and let them know I know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so remember, social media, if you're trying to make money with it, baby, you got to clock in like it's a job. Okay, I'm not finna sit here and lie to y'all, even though I know on the back end it looks like we're just all at home, you know what I mean, like twiddling our toes and having parties and carrying on. But no, there's actually work for those of us that make money on social media. And you need to get it in your mind that this is like a real side hustle for you, that it's a real business for you if you want to make like 6 figures, 7 figures. Some of y'all would be happy just making an extra $2,000 or $3,000 a month with your social media. But just like if you had to go to a building for a part-time job, you may be able to work at your house or your car, but you got to clock in. Okay. So yes, you need to post 4 to 6 times a day if you're trying to grow and grow quickly. Also, your lighting is a big deal. A lot of the algorithms on these apps are set to pick up on good lighting or well lit spaces. And it's like that, all of them. And for those of you that don't know, I get paychecks from Meta, Facebook, and Instagram. I get paychecks from Tube. Yes, I'm in the partner program. I talk to these people directly. I get paychecks from TikTok. TikTok has me in 3 programs right now. Okay. And TikTok has flown me out all of that, and they finna fly me out again. Okay. Like, I am telling y'all, every single one of these platforms, like, lighting is a big deal, and their algorithm is set up to pick up, good lighting versus poor lighting. And you don't have to spend a lot on your lighting. Okay. If you don't have a lot of money, I promise you, I don't care how many people get online trying to sell you, a bigger lighting package. Y'all, get you 2 or 3 of these. I promise you, they will get you going. They will get you started. Okay. So like, the lighting is really important. Okay. Number 4, we talked about SEO. We went through your search engine optimization, and I told you guys how to find the proper phrases, the keywords, and what to do to make all of that work. Then number 5, we talked about responding to comments via video and rich text comments. Then number 6, we talked about engaging before you post, and that you need to spend like 15 to 20 minutes, like, honestly engaging with a particular community before you actually post your content, so that your content is going to take off and get to the right place. And then finally, number 7, which is where some of you guys came in, was the hooks and the hook formulas. I gave those to y'all because I wanted y'all to be able to, like, literally start doing this tonight. So when you put out your next post gets more reach. Okay. Now, I did promise you guys I was going to give you guys 2 bonuses. Okay. Because I know about 15 different ways that actually gets our content to take off and get you real followers. So here are your 2 bonuses. If y'all ready for the bonuses, put bonus, 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 bonus. Let me see it in the chat. Let me see it in the chat. Let me see bonus, 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 bonus. Hey, Pageant Queen. What's going on, girl? Okay. Yes. And side note, if you guys are just getting here, if it's your first time, follow, like, and subscribe. Do all of that. And make sure that you turn your notifications on, so whenever you see me doing live trainings, you can pull on up. Okay. Also, when y'all come in, you see my number where you can text me. You should do that. One, I'm gonna get you hooked up with a free course, but outside of the free course, and I ask the people about me, I send real good information in my emails. I don't be out here emailing you BS. I send like really, really good, like I send strategies. I put marketing plans in there. I do business plans to like show you how to get your money up, all of that. Okay. So text me, get the free course. And whenever I'm doing free business trainings, I will shoot you a text and tell you what I'm training about. Okay. And if you have enjoyed this today and you want an audit, or you want me to like a social media audit, or you want to work with me, you should come in, you should send me a DM. Okay, you should do that. I have a really, really cool program. It's called Monetization Nation. It's a membership, and it's on sale today and tomorrow. And it's only $97 a month instead of $297 a month. So if you want to be a part of the nation and you want like all of the resources and the workbooks and the assessments and the plans and the live trainings like privately and all that good stuff, then you want to join Monetization Nation. So send me a DM and ask me for the link and I'll get it for you. Blinkety blink blink blink. How about that? And I'm trying to think. I feel like that's all the information I need to give y'all before we get to these bonuses. Okay. If you're watching me on the tube, or if you're watching me on Facebook, you watching me on the tube or the book or on the gram, y'all know the deal. Click the link in my bio. You'll see the buttons up there so you can get into Instacoin or the Monetization Nation. Okay. Hey, boo. Okay. So 2-1 method is my first bonus. And y'all know, those of you that have been with me, y'all know I live by the 2-1 method. 2-1 method. Everybody put 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. Put it in the chat. Hey, B, thank you for my roses. 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. 2-1 is going to change your life. Okay. So, and right now, because we're at the top of August, there's a trending sound that is really, really easy to use in, like, to tap into. Normally you got to work a little harder, but there's a Nicki Minaj sound. And what people are doing is like, they basically are taking a little short video clip and they write a question over the clip, and they're like, when are you going to do blank? And because in this Nicki Minaj sound clip, she says August. Okay, she says August in there. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. So I may say something. Yes, the No Love sound by Nicki Minaj. Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So I may put up a video clip of me like typing on my laptop or something, or maybe me picking up stuff, and it says, when are you going to clean up your house? Right? And it'll say August. Okay. When are you going to post? When are you going to post your content? August. When are you going to get back in the house? Okay, it does not matter. That's, first of all, that's a really easy one. But it doesn't have to be that sound, y'all. With the 2-1, you do 2 videos that are short. I'm talking about like 5 to 8 seconds short. Okay, and then you do your 1 long video. Now, the reason the 2-1 works, and please follow these other rules that I've given you as far as like with the lighting, the SEO, all that good stuff. The reason it works is because those 2 short videos are going to have higher retention times than some of your other videos on your page already. You need your retention rate percentage to go up. So that way, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whoever, Threads will push more people to you. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So you're gonna do 2 videos that are 5 to 8 seconds long. Like I took a video of me slicing up a watermelon the other day. I like peeled the whole watermelon instead of slicing it like normal. So I'm gonna use that for one of my short videos. And I'm gonna put something across the screen to make it make sense, or whatever. And I'm gonna put some stuff in the description. But literally, your videos like short, like 5 to 8 seconds long, short. The retention time is going to be high. If you want the retention time to be higher, you can drop a written hook across the top. So my written hook may say, on my written hook, I may say something like, how I made $5,000 in 10 minutes. Or I may say, how I made $5,000 while I cut up this watermelon. And then I may put still my formula in the description. And then I'm going to give a real long description with everything that I have set up with like my automation and stuff, and how I was able to make all those sales while I was cutting up a watermelon. or something like that, right? So it doesn't matter, like, but it just needs to relate to your niche. It needs to relate to your community. It needs to make sense with your offers, okay? So you're gonna do 2 short ones, and then you drop your long piece of content. So if you have something that's a minute or 3 minutes long or something like that, y'all know when I do my news updates, because we cover international and domestic news, a lot of times my news updates are somewhere around 7 to 8 minutes. The algorithm typically doesn't like content that's longer than 3 minutes, and it will suppress it sometimes, right? And also because I'm talking about Big Orange and the current regime, I notice sometimes it will get suppressed. So I typically will drop something shorter before I do my news updates to help them circulate, because I need for my actual right retention rate to be as high as possible. You love my news? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you, coconuts. But does that make sense? So 2-1 is going to be a bonus that you can use that's going to help you get more, like it's going to get it out. Okay, it's going to get it out. It's going to be circulating, 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 circulating. Oh, it's not working. Rachel, I probably need to reset the timer. No, Fred, Rachel, email customer support and they'll get you a link. But that's my fault. I probably need to reset the timer. I use a thing called deadline funnels. If y'all want to know about those, let me know and I'll teach y'all about them. But I put timers on my page, and when timers expire for stuff, it basically shoots you over to a 404 error page. So that way people can't sign up for stuff after I want them to not be able to sign up for it. And then sometimes I will have it redirect over to like paid pages or things that have higher prices. So like any of you guys are trying to sign up for Monetization Nation, if you don't sign up by tomorrow at midnight, when you click the link, it's going to go to a higher price point. You won't be able to get it for 97 anymore. So yeah, email customer support. My bad, boo. My bad. And what I'll do too is I'll text all of y'all a link. I need to reset the timer, and then I'll set y'all a link. Thank you for letting me know that. I totally forgot. When you said it, I was like, oh shoot. I was like, I didn't reset the timer for that one. I got y'all. My bad. That's my fault. I got y'all though. Text me and I get y'all. Okay. Next thing on the bonus. Okay. We try and tell people this, and for some reason, like, y'all don't want to listen, but it works. It works so well. Duets and stitches. They are low-hanging fruit as far as you being able to bring people to your page and get followers. Okay? Blink, blink, blink. KJS Hill, baby, the duets and the stitches. And I don't know why y'all don't want to use these. Thank you, Alandria, but they work. They are fire as far as like if you're a new kid on the block and trying to get yourself started. Now, I know some of y'all don't do this because y'all are like, oh my God, I don't want to give an opposing opinion. I don't want smoke. First of all, you don't have to do smoke, okay? Now, y'all know I say what I mean what I say, so I don't care. If I think that you're giving misinformation, if I believe that you're wrong, not if I think, if I know. Because what if I had to retract? Nothing. Blink, 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 because I be right. Okay, because I don't speak on things that I don't know about. If I don't know about it, I'm not gonna say anything about it. But if I'm saying something about it, oh, you better believe I know everything about it, forwards and backwards and sideways, and I can do it with my eyes closed. I can do it on a handstand. Okay, so this is the thing though. If you agree with someone on a duet or stitch, you can do that, and also you can summarize, which is a good idea for some of you guys. So literally, you don't have to give an opposing position. You can say it can start off. You can say, baby, let me say y'all some time. This is what happened, and give the summary. Also, you can duet and stitch, and you can give like tools or supplies that people can use. So I have a client, and she is a professional cleaner. She has a cleaning company. She does commercial and residential properties. And so y'all know there are always these extreme cleaning videos on this app. And sometimes I will ask her about stuff. I'm like, is that much really necessary? Because I don't use that much when I'm cleaning. Oh, thank you so much for my flower headband. I love that. The garland headpiece, that was so pretty. Thank you. Thank you, Lundybug. Thank you. And she'll be like, absolutely not. So one of the things that we cooked up for her in her content is for her literally to duet some of these cleaning videos or, green screen and say, well, actually, you don't need that much, or this is a better product, or this is a better tool, blah, 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 that will do XYZ elemental P for you. So literally, if y'all are seeing people like in your industry or that area of interest, and you want to duet or stitch, it doesn't always have to be from a place of I have an opposing thought or opposing viewpoint. You can do it and stitch and say, like, actually, I like this and I agree and I want to add XYZ to it. You can pop in and do a summary. Let me save you some time. This is what happened. You're welcome. Okay. You also can say, here are the tools that you can use to accomplish this. Here's where this person bought this, right? Here's where they got that. Oh, I love Beyonce's leggings she had on tour. They're Wolford. Like I literally I followed a girl the other day because she popped in and I was like, I thought I was the only person that knew about Wolford leggings. But she was talking about how good Beyonce's legs have been looking while she's on tour. She's like, yeah, she's working out and this and this and that, but she's wearing Wolford leggings. She's wearing Wolford tights, right? And here's the link. Here's where you can get you some. So she used it, right? She did a duet or a stitch of a video that I think that video at the time had like 6.7 million views or something. And she literally stitched it to come in and tell us all where the leggings were coming from. Okay, so just keep in mind when you do a duet or stitch, it doesn't have to be lower vibrational. It doesn't have to be like I want to start a fight with someone. It literally can be to add on to the conversation and showcase yourself as a resource or being a part of a specific community. And that will help you get more followers and in turn make more money and get more sales. Okay, so that's where I want to stop at for today. Let's do a little Q&A. I don't know if it's a lot for y'all to have questions on today. I mean, because this is not really up for debate. Like you can do these things and get and get thousands of followers in the next week, or you can not do them and you can not do it and be out here sad. It's up to you. But if y'all got questions, let me open up the floor for Q&A. I don't know. Sometimes, I teach stuff and it's a little looser, right? But I know this just is what it is. It is what it is, y'all. There's no way around this. And if you're watching me on the tube or on the book, y'all be sure if you want to join Monetization Nation, you know the drill. Check out my bio, first button in there. If you got questions, you can always send a DM as well. You said finally someone who's giving good, useful information. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for that. I also purchased Monetization Nation a few days ago. Do we get a call? Rachel, did you do it on Friday? Because if you did it on Friday, yes. If you did it on Friday, yes, I did free social media audits for anybody that signed up on Friday. I just want to try to see how many people are going to sign up. So if you did it Friday, yes, ma'am, you sure do. You get a free audit. When you post on TikTok, does it have to be niche based or purposeful or clear or just clear out the drafts? I prefer niche-based, community-based content because that's what gives you longevity and that's what helps you make money. There are some creators, they're not in a niche, but that's still even not true because typically their content can be packaged underneath like one type of brand, right? So it may be like follow me or get to know me or sharing XYZ elemental P. You said it was July 25th. So Rachel, you'll get the Thursday insight sessions that start this upcoming Thursday because we started a new month. I do the first 3 Thursdays of the month. You'll get those. So you'll be able to come to insight sessions and you'll get the short skills and you get access to the ads training as well, Rachel, for sure. And then if you want to do a one-to-one, because you did the $297, which means you signed up for the elite, email customer support and they will get you a discount code. So if you do want to do one-to-one, then you get a big old fat discount. Think y'all get like 30 or 40% off of one-to-ones. It's huge. You said only 36 more. Yes, tap. Do what Jasmine says. Send me some hearts. We just need 36 more. Are faceless TikToks any good? Yes, faceless TikTok pages, faceless YouTube Threads, anything. They're amazing. You do not have to show your face. And I love faceless content because some of y'all still have 9 to 5s. And so you can't show your face. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to lose their job, especially in this economy, because they're on social media. So, yes, the same rules apply though with faceless content. You still need good light, you still need good saturation, you still, you still need to like engage. You still have to post the 4 to 6 times a day, even if you're faceless. Is there a way to get this live? Just came in from the FYP. So if you're in my Monetization Nation or Instacoin, we have something called the Vault, and that's where the replays of all of my trainings go. Sometimes I'll do special series where you can buy like a replay bundle. But I don't think we're doing this one in a series. I think this will just go to people in Monetization Nation and Instacoin. Is reposting old reels, stitches, remixes beneficial growing your followers? If you're posting them through your stories, sometimes it will help you grow your page because y'all stories are designed to engage with people that already follow you and strengthen your relationship with them. Also, if you're going to repost it, but maybe like throw like maybe like a poll or a quiz or something with it to kind of freshen it up. Also, sometimes if you repost it, but like let's say the first time you posted it, it wasn't categorized. If you want to repost it and add the SEO to it, so that you can get it properly categorized and use the right hashtags, then it can be helpful as well. But if you're just posting it just to post it, no. And no one asked me this, but I'm just gonna tell you guys this. Some of y'all's content like that y'all are posting is like detrimental to you, if I'm being honest. Like, I know they're always like, post the content. No, there are parameters to just posting the content, and so depending on like the lighting, the sound, um the SEO or the lack of SEO, the lack of correlation to the community or the audience that you want to attract, you may actually be working against yourself. I just got my first viral video. Congratulations. Let's see. About Paula Deen. Not sure how to keep this up. I can't tell you how to keep it up because I don't know about your content. What's your other content about? What do you post about? My bad, y'all. I forgot to open up the question queue. Okay, y'all can request up if y'all want to ask questions. I'll open up the queue. I can't tell you how to keep it up because I don't know what your regular content is. But typically, when you go viral, if you're gonna follow the same framework and you're gonna keep talking about those specific type of topics, normally that's how you keep it up. For sure. Hey, new life creator, what's going on, hon?
Hi. Oh wait, let me see how. Why is my video not on? Okay, can you see me?
Yes, I can.
Hi.
Hey.
Okay, so I have a question. So I am. I guess people say it pivoting, but I want to focus on more of what I do outside of like my brick and mortar. So I have a nursing assistant school that I don't really want to talk about anymore because I'm the founder, but I'm having people run it and I'm not going to be in the day to day. But I want to go back to creating my community about being pretty and profitable, which I did a long time ago. And I just kind of left it to the side and incorporated it into my business. But my question is, how do I just heard you say something about doing something that's detrimental to our brand. How do we go back into introducing something when we've already left it on the side, like bringing it back?
Yeah.
And that because the other business has nothing to do with like the just teaching about financial literacy. And I'm so tired of hearing that word, but yeah, just teaching about the wholeness of being a whole person, money wise, and so yeah, how do you do that?
So a couple of different ways you can do it. You can start putting up little posts here and there and say, hey, you guys know that I've done a good job building up this, academy is very successful, it's very profitable. And something that you guys may not know about me is I used to run, an academy around being pretty and profitable. So basically a holistic aspect of life, how to show up for yourself presentation wise, how to show up for yourself financially, how to show up for yourself on a time management side, right? And if you're interested in that, send me a DM, or you can say, if you're interested in that, jump over to this new page, or you can tell them to join a channel, wherever you want them to be. Okay. And then also utilizing your stories, because those people already follow you, and probably starting a re-engagement campaign through your emails. And I probably would invite people to like a webinar or a workshop. From there, I would funnel those people into probably a group, and I would have a new page that's just set up for like pretty and profitable. So that way you're able to start building that with your fresh new content, colors, ideas, logos, concepts, everything that you want there. I would run like a dual campaign, probably for about 90 days on the other side. So that way all your people that want to come over to this other community can join you. And then after that, that gives you a good footing. That gives you a good amount of people that know, like, and trust you already. That's going to give you a good amount of people that are going to participate in your culture, so that any of the new people who are coming is not dead, right, once they get there. And that should get you off to a good start while you're also trying to pick up your cold traffic.
That was really good, just off of here. No, that's really good. And I just want to just commend you on everything. I've been following you since Instagram, but Shayla just did a whole post about you, and I love her. I love her content.
I need to go and see it. I love her. That's my boo thing. Yeah.
Yes. So,
yeah.
She brought me back to re-engage with you. So
yeah, we work together. She's doing fantastic.
Yes, and you're doing such a great job. So
thank you.
I just took notes, but I guess I'm gonna have to join your community. So.
Yes. So she works with me 1-to-1. She started off in Instacoin, but she upgraded, and so we work together 1-to-1. And then I have a cohort that she's a part of also. And so if you're interested in that, email my customer support so we can get details. I spent a line to I have 2 spots. I have 1. Another young lady picked up the other spot this weekend. So I have 1. But I normally don't put somebody else in unless, I have to have someone graduate, basically, because it's very intense. And because I'm like really, really, really involved in y'all's businesses in the cohort, I can't have like 20, 30 people in there at a time. So I keep it to 10 to 12. And then once I hit my limit, we go back into the waiting list until somebody else graduates out of it. But when I say I'm in y'all business, I'm in y'all business. Real tough. Like everything from like your marketing, your products, the pricing, the campaigns we're launching. What are you doing with your ads? I need to see your page. You need to fix this, add that, move that over there. We need to talk with your manufacturers. We need to get ready for, live selling for you. We need to build up a pipeline of people. I need you to put this membership here. I need you to do that. And yeah, they like, I'm sure she probably said like, yeah, I'm in y'all's business. Yeah. I'd be like, don't do that. That doesn't align with your brand. Instead, let's do this and that. So it's like basically having a business partner that you don't have to share any of the profits with. But I'm very involved.
So that's a cohort. That one's full. What's the name of that cohort?
That cohort would be KE cohort. So email my customer support. Like I said, we literally have 1 spot for the cohort. There's another young lady. And like I said, she paid all her stuff. She picked up, and she's like, get me in. she's been a Kingdom member for a while too. So and she had been on the waiting list for like about 18, 19 months. And so we just happen to have the 2 spots. So send an email. We'll send you all the details, all of the pricing, all that good stuff. And if you think it's a good fit for you, I would love to have you, because y'all. Okay, let me say this. I work with people that already have existing businesses, and I do really, 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 really well with y'all too. And I help y'all make a buku money. But my favorite, like this, because you put it down, is basically like starting from scratch. Yeah. I love working with people from scratch because 1, there's nothing that we have to like correct. I do it, but I feel like I'm wasting time when I have to spend 4 or 5 months like getting stuff flushed out, corrected, things that were wrong. Like I prefer to get in and like let's get to the bag a lot faster. Am I still going to get you to the bag if it's stuff we have to correct? Yes, but it takes longer because it's all of this infrastructure stuff we have to change, or sometimes a lack of infrastructure. Sometimes y'all have worked with companies that have gotten y'all terrible followers, and so now we can't even run ads and campaigns because anything that the app runs to is going to mimic this terrible audience. So now it's bringing you more terrible people. So that's a whole nother hurdle we have to overcome. Then sometimes whenever you have an existing business, y'all have spent years into targeting the wrong people. So then that's a whole nother thing, which we gotta like, now you're frustrated, right? Because you got all these hundreds of thousands of people sometimes that won't buy from you because they were never like the proper fit. So either we got to develop something right for these people, and then simultaneously building out right to reach all of these new people. It's a lot. Like we get it done, but I feel like I have to work like 3 times harder when I'm working with the businesses that have problems compared to when somebody comes in with me with a clean slate.
Yeah.
And we ain't got nothing to fix. We just get to hit the ground and run it up. And I'm not, if for anybody that's listening to me, I will help you if your business, if there have been some missteps or, you hit some bumps, yes, I will help you get it together. I do it all the time. But the pathway to monetization is always faster for my clients to have a clean slate versus people that we got to go in and like fix and audit, and then we got to investigate and figure out what the problem is. And now I finally found the leak and what's wrong with your page. And now that we got that isolated, it just starts turning into a whole thing.
It's a whole thing, yeah. And I think for me, when I'm trying to explain now what I'm moving into, it does not correlate. I'm leaving medical, like I have a medical institution.
Yeah.
But I'm going into being an NFL agent.
Yeah.
It's like, we're
It's like, wait a minute. Like, yeah.
And so I feel like this is the perfect time to just get the clarity to be able to reintroduce, potentially what I will be doing.
Yeah.
On top of like the financial thing, so it's just like, it makes no sense to the outside world, but it makes all the sense to me. So,
yeah. I definitely would love to help you on the transition. Like, let's pull the people we can pull out of this one and then build this other part simultaneously and put in like the pipelines, the products, and what the infrastructure actually looks like. So it makes sense. So now you have like 2 very strong, profitable companies.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
We helped it already. I got my notes right here. But customer service, I think.
Support CA at AshleyAnsEvents.com.
Support CA.
Mm-hmm.
At Ashley.
ANNS events.com.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay.
And that's a good question because there's a lot of people in the same predicament.
Yeah.
Most small business owners I know, once you get one up and established, you have like 35,000 other business ideas. And so it's like, okay, like let's get the next project, and then you get it up and established and it's like, okay, let's do the next one. So yeah.
That's exactly where I am. And people are like, girl, what are you doing?
So, I mean, I get it because, I have the event design and production company. We have the media purchasing company, and I do consulting. So I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
I get it. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Let's see. Who is next in the question queue? Y'all come on up with your questions. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed this one over here. How do you do video content with a faceless page? Easy. If you're doing content with a faceless account, you want to find things that either resonate with your audience as far as like aspirational, where they want to be, or you find things that are funny, are the two fastest pathways, because people love to laugh. Okay. Then you're going to look for B-rolls, like it could be cities, living rooms, destinations, nature, like little pets or animals or whatever B-roll correlates with that. And then pop culture, like recognizable features. So if we were like, oh girl, like, oh baby, no, you know what I'm saying? And we had a clip of Wendy Williams like shaking her head with her coffee cup, you still understand what I'm saying? She's a notable like pop cultural figure. So you can do celebrities or prominent figures in pop culture to find clips of them too. And then what you're going to do is you're going to write out your script. and you can do the voice over yourself, or you can go to 111 Labs and you can create an AI voice that doesn't sound like an AI. And so you have it read the script, and then you put in those different like images and video clips in the B rolls, and bada boom, bada bang. Now you have video content that you can put up without having to actually show your face. And you can do it with anything. If you're doing like, let's say you have a home organizational page, well, you can do clips of people like opening cabinets, putting stuff in containers. You can record the video clips yourself of the actual product or the desk drawer or whatever it is that you're organizing. You can do that yourself. And then you do the same thing, and you put it in. So like, don't think because you're faceless that you can't make video content. You can make video content all day long. And a lot of the Canva AI and VE, I think it's VE, is it VE30 or VO3? I can't remember if it's VE03 or VE30 that's hooked to Gemini. You pretty much can describe whatever you want, and it makes really, really dope AI clips as well. So yeah, yes, 111 Labs, but spell out the 11. Is VO3? Okay, thank you, Dell. I couldn't remember if it was VO3 or I couldn't remember if it was VO3 or the VE30. I couldn't remember, but yeah. Excuse me, those are pretty good. They're very beginner friendly. They have a very low learning curve. Also, there are some people's pages that are faceless, like they do sports. So they just find like sports clips. There are some faceless accounts, all they do is hair, and they just find like hairstyles. There are some people that have faceless clips, and they just put together like best makeup clips, and they'll tag the person that created it, and literally their bio is like the best makeup for women over 40, best makeup for melanated women, best makeup for Muslim women. But you are picking up what I'm putting out. Like, you can be creative. You don't have to show your face at all to have a faceless page and make it profitable. It's just about your niche, and you curating and putting enough of the content there to where people are like, oh, if I want to find an outfit, if I want to know about what happened in boxing, if I want to know what's going on, with fantasy football league or something, whatever it is, but that they're going there for that thing. Food pages, you like, literally, I have a client, and all they do is like, as you go to different like destinations, they show the best like shows, hotels, they show restaurants, transportations, activities for that particular destination. That's all they do. There's another page, all they do is review the cruise ships. They're never showing their faces. I have about 4 clients that do travel content. No one knows what these people look like. All they do is post like the beaches, the resorts, and the spas. That's all they post, and they give their ranking. They talk about the experience, what was there, what was not there, what they like, what they don't like. So I need y'all to understand, like, yes, you can still do video, and you can still make a lot of money without showing your face. And I get it. Like, some of y'all are introverted. Some of y'all have other businesses and brands that are very face forward. So it would be very confusing to people, very confusing in the marketplace, right? For you to have your face in too many spots. And then again, some of y'all have 9-to-5s. And so it just doesn't make sense for you to show your face. But that doesn't mean that you can't make money, online. So yeah, I have some faceless accounts, and they make me a lot of money. I just be able to do my thing with them. So yeah. You appreciate this? Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. Anybody else have any questions before I skedaddle out of here? Because I got a lot to cook. It's Sunday, so I got a meal prep. Okay. And I also need to record some content for TFAL. I do a lot of offline networking to get my business name out there. Do you recommend doing it that way? I recommend a combination of online and offline. You're going to grow your business by having a hybrid. Trying to just put everything in one is dangerous, because you never know what's going to happen with a platform or app or an algorithm. And then number 2, there are some connections that you get ahead because people like your energy, they like your vibe, they like the personal connection. So one of the reasons Diageo became a sponsor for my in-person events was because the guy that makes the decision, he and I were in the same room together at an event in Houston, and he liked me and I liked him, and we worked together for years. And so I ended up being able to get, like Ciroc, Crown, and Julio. That's how we ended up getting them as sponsors of all of our events. So yeah. Any other questions before we get out of here, y'all? Because I got a lot to cook today. We're done. I'm doing a dense bean salad. I think I'm gonna do like an Italian. I'm doing that. We got some good old tuna because they work out good for lunch. I'm doing some chicken thighs and I'm doing some steaks on the protein. Then y'all know I gotta chop all my veggies. I gotta roast my garlic. I'm also doing some spiced pecans because I love a good summer salad with some fruit in it. And I got some delicious goat cheese. So I'm about to have like little spinach and fruit salads all week long. And I need some spiced pecans for those. And what else do I need to cook? Oh, well, I won't bake my bread. I'll make my bread dough tomorrow, but I won't bake bread until Tuesday. And something else, I can't remember. Oh, banana bread. I got like 4 ripe bananas, so I'm gonna make some banana bread. So anyway, I got a lot to cook tonight. Okay. Um, let's see. You want to see the finished product? I will do my best to record some. Where do you buy your sourdough bread mix? Oh, I make it. I don't buy it, babe. I make it. I have 2 sourdough starters. One's name is Big Deb, and then I have Little Dorinda. They're sisters. And so, no, I make my own sourdough, and I have a big jar of like bread flour. Well, I buy like 25-pound bags at a time. But yes, I make bread for me and for other people. You made chicks and Alfredo with garlic toast, cheese sticks, and garlic. Dope. Um, you have a scenario question, but I'd like to ask it privately. If you want to ask it privately, when you click the link in my bio, you want to use the work with me one-to-one, and you will book what's called a power session, and then you'll be able to put your specific question in. You said, go chef, girl. Yeah, I can rattle some pots and pans now. Fun fact, when I graduated high school, I wanted to go to culinary school, and my mom talked me into going into traditional college. And so I was pre-med, but I've always loved cooking. I love cooking. I love hospitality. For those of you that don't know, my very first company that got me into the millionaire status is an event design and production company in hospitality. So I love anything like homemaking, cooking, hosting, creating like very special events and stuff for people. I like actually love that. Like I like to do it. It's a lot of work, but I love to do it. The idea of taking something that's in someone's head and turn it into a physical manifestation that they can enjoy through like tasting or like sitting in the event and experiencing it, I'm here for it. So yeah, so I went to college because I had good ACT and SAT scores. So they put me in med school and I started taking general finance classes, and I loved everything I was learning in finance, and I dropped out of med school. So, and changed my major to finance. And at first my mom was sad about it, but you know, I make way more money than most surgeons and more doctors. Okay. I made the right decision. Okay. Sometimes you got to follow what's in there. Okay. What's in there. And God was telling me, baby, I needed that finance degree. And I'm glad that I got it. So I ended up getting a bachelor's in finance, and I got my master's in business and a doctoral. So yeah. So yeah, blingy, bling, bling, bling. But I love, long story long, I love cooking. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And I love learning new recipes, new techniques. I love learning how people like what they cook, what they prepare, what they eat in different cultures, different countries, all of that. Like that's literally my hobby. I'm very, very happy in the kitchen. So when most people are like, I gotta cook, I'm like, yeah, I get to cook. And I garden. I'm an old lady trapped in a young lady's body. Y'all, for real, for real. You say you love my chair? Thank you. Yeah, I'm a house snob. That's where all my free money goes. Like traveling into my house. Like if it's something for my house, oh, I'm buying it. Okay, I am buying it. You want to go to Europe and take cooking classes? You should. You should, especially France. A lot of European food is not that great, but French food, top tier, top tier. Also, like Croatia and Bosnia, really good food too. For sure, for sure. So anyway, but y'all, let me get off of here and get to rattling my pots and pans then. If we don't have any more questions, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are on the planet Earth. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. If it's morning time or daytime where you are, have a productive and a prosperous day. If it's evening time, get yourself a good night's rest. Okay. Y'all do not forget, you can shoot me a text message. And I will send y'all a text probably tomorrow. I'm not gonna lie, it'll probably be tomorrow. I'll get the timer updated and I'll shoot y'all out a text for the free course. That is my fault 100%. I forgot that the timer was on the page and that I need to turn it back on. And join the community too. So whenever I do business sessions, you know, you'll get an alert because sometimes you don't always get one on social. And for those of you that enjoyed the content today and you felt like it, you know, it helped you, you were like, oh, I learned something good. Like this is making sense. Light bulbs are coming on. And you like that, then you will love working with me in Monetization Nation. It is a membership that is for small business owners and content creators. And if you shoot me a DM, if you're on TikTok, if you're on the book or YouTube, click the link in my bio, tap the button. You'll get in for the discount price today and tomorrow. It's on sale until tomorrow at midnight. Or you can jump on in. And if you want to be like my clients that hit 6 and 7 figures, you probably want to work with me inside of Instacorn Academy. Okay. That is where we work together for a year to develop your business, develop your brand, develop your pricings, your products, and your concepts. Blinkety, blink, blink, blink. All right, everybody, have a good day. And please remember, everybody, wash your hands.